Hi, my name is Brian Casson. My wife Patty and I are about to tackle these two old trailers. This one here is a 47 and the one in the background is a 48. We're going to try to make one out of two. The one right in front of us has the nicer interior and the 48 has the nicer body. So we're going to try to remove, revarnish and everything, the complete interior in this trailer, and then install it in the 48. But as you can see, most of the paneling in this trailer is still in pretty nice condition. Really the most severe area damage-wise is this front cabinet here. Don't know that it shows up well in the video, but the faceplate, the face on this cabinet's pretty rough. We'll be able to take the light panels that are in the other trailer, one of the very few panels that are still left that are usable, and make a face for this cabinet. Even the grain will be going in the proper direction. We're going to have to make a new shelf up here, but we've got enough there to use as a template. Even the front panel under the front window, which most of these are destroyed by now from water, is still pretty darn nice. All the other panels are reasonably good shape. Of course, with the furnace area, almost every one of them, the ceilings suffer a lot of water damage. The wall behind the furnace is still pretty good and very definitely salvageable, as is that closet area there. It's in really good shape. This particular trailer, the cove molding that they used back then, is very difficult to replace, at least in the curved areas. I've yet to find a way to make them curve that much. I can get close and just the last little bit they break. But in this trailer, all the cove molding's still in pretty darn nice shape. The only piece of molding that's damaged, at least right now, of course I haven't taken it out yet, is right there. The trick is getting them out without damaging them. I've had some luck sometimes, not some such luck others. In the kitchen area, all the wood and everything in here is great, as is are the ceiling panels. Now this is the setup in the 47. The sink is on the curb side, as you can see, and it has the taller stove. We won't be able to use this area cabinet wise and stove wise in the 48 because that's a tandem axle trailer, and the front axle comes up right underneath the stove here, so the fender well's up in there, and we won't be able to use this stove. Fortunately, when I show you the other trailer, you'll see what we're up against and what kind of luck we had when we got that trailer. Going to install the original style shower on the same footprint that was offered in the late 40s on these trailers. This trailer came without a shower, as did the 48. But I'm going to install the same footprint as the option that you could get at that time. As you can see, all the paneling back here is in pretty nice condition. We're going to have to remove this closet, as did the factory, to accommodate for the double bed back here when you have the shower. And what they did was took this wall of this closet and just moved it up right next to the vanity up here, so you just had one straight wall there, and you still have a little closet there, enough to put a tankless hot water heater in there, which we'll do. The sink is gone there, but we have that in the other trailer, so we're in good shape. Really have all the parts we need between the two trailers, both inside and outside. So it should be a lot of fun. A lot of people have asked, where do you start in these old trailers? There's so many things and so on and so forth to do. I usually like to start with the polishing, because once they're all polished up, they look halfway decent. So when you come in to work on them, it doesn't seem like it gives you a little more motivation that day to work on the wiring or plumbing or something that you don't enjoy doing. This one has the old vintage propane tank, 1946 tank, and of course we'll be installing that on the 48 as well. This is the trailer with the nicer body. There's things like the rub rails are pretty poor, but as you can see on this trailer, the rub rails are pretty nice. So it's just a matter of removing and replacing. Pretty easy. I did just polish one little section on this trailer. You can see the rust and everything there on surface, but it just polishes right off and disappears just with the first compounding. But the body on this trailer is pretty nice, and it's a tandem axle trailer, which is kind of rare. Another thing we like about the 48 is that's the first year for the crank down rear windows. Makes it a little nicer. This is the stove and oven. As you can see, it's just a short one. Believe it or not, I've got a day and a half in this already. I'm about halfway done. It's all in pieces right now and has to be put back together. But it's a pretty solid little stove. That's the original stove that came in the 48. As you can see, this is a disaster. It's a mess. One of the worst ones I've had interior-wise. This is how we got it. That's the sink and the cabinet that are going to go back where they were originally. But as you can see, all the paneling in this trailer is wasted. The guy, I don't know why, but cabinet doors and whatnot, he drilled all these holes. Perfectly good doors, can't use them anymore. Same with these panels. The panels were fine. I could have used those, but now that the holes are there, they're not going to work. This is the only area in the trailer that is complete and salvageable, and this is the only area that we need to complete the complete swap of the project. But as you can see, the short stove goes right here, and that's the fender well that you're looking at. That's why we can't put the tall stove here. This one has a stove with a stainless counter on the curb side. And the sink on this side. So in the 47, we're going to have to move the sink over to the curb side. But as you can see, there's hardly anything salvageable in this trailer except for the stove and stainless sink counter area. Same deal up front here. Everything's pretty much wasted. The light panels are about, you can't really see in this video, but they're still in pretty good shape and restorable. I do have the front panel under this is in pretty good shape, so I'll be able to use that front panel to replace the missing back panel in the 47. And then, as I mentioned, we'll use the paneling behind the lights to replace the face on this cabinet up here. Same old deal. This area is a disaster where the furnace used to be. These trailers are a lot of fun and rewarding to work on. It's not difficult work, it's just very time consuming. But they're fun. The goal is to get to this point where it's all finished. I've done a video, several videos on this trailer already. But we just finished this one up here this month. But this is what the interior will look like when we're done with that other trailer. That same setup. And I don't know if you can see all the way in the back corner there is that's where the shower is. Just as it was with the factory. Of course, the old propane tank. We finished this Spartanette in June. And took it up to Canada from near Fort Collins, Colorado. That was a fun trip. Good time pulling it with the old caddy. Hope you enjoyed watching these videos. You get to see the before and after. Thanks for watching.